what it is, man. Detroit versus everybody, man. Detroit, we rep the hardest, man. We gain the hardest. You know what it is, man. Detroit, CJ, holla at your boy when we get home.
Don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Health Blaze, at thehealthblaze.com. 100% all natural products from lotions, soaps, foot soaks, bath bombs, and much, much more. Use the promo code Goodfella1Boxing. Tell them your boy CJ Goodfella sent you. Get 18% off. We out. All right, Eddie Hearn kind of been doing the interviews. Did an interview with the Athletics and did one with Behind the Gloves. And he said a few things, and we're going to talk about them. He took shots at Top Ranks boxing ratings, or TV viewerships, excuse me. He also said that, and we'll start off here, that Wilder should step aside so Dillian Whyte can get his shot at Tyson Fury. Let's talk about it. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. And, yeah, man, at the end of the day, man, let's just establish this once again. Every time I speak on this situation, Dillian Whyte don't deserve a title shot. I mean, we do understand that. He ducked several title eliminators from Ortiz and Dominic Brazil, okay? He don't deserve a title shot. He just failed the drug test and went into the fight knowing he failed a drug test, and his opponent, Oscar Rivas, didn't know he failed the drug test. So, my whole thing about it is Oscar Rivas should have pressed criminal charges. So, and you got the whole cheating scandal with Tyson Fury, too. So, I mean, as many cheats have been in the UK, remember the Malik Scott and the Derek Chisora fight. I mean, Dillian Whyte then popped hot twice. Tyson Fury then popped hot on one occasion, we do know for sure. I mean, you know, Eddie Hearn shouldn't even be talking, you know, about PEDs and boxing. Let me start off there. He signed Jarrell Miller after he failed the drug test in California as a kickboxer. So we shouldn't even be having a conversation about what Eddie Hearn. He has no morals. You know what I'm saying? We could talk about Bob Steele signing Jarrell Miller. We could talk about all that shit. But Eddie Hearn got more PED offenders than anybody in the game right now, from my count, especially in the heavyweight division, to be Pacific. But when we were saying AJ should step aside so Andy Ruiz and Deontay Wilder can fight, and it was no, he shouldn't step aside. I'm like, okay, it is what it is. So why should Deontay Wilder step aside? He says Wilder's been quiet. We haven't heard from him lately. Hey, usually when somebody quiet, they doing them. They working on personal growth. You feel me? And he working on, you know, getting stronger. In his twerk video, you know, he didn't look like he was in bad shape neither. You know what I'm saying? So maybe he working on some physical conditioning. Obviously, they gathering some information to see if they're going to unveil, showing that Tyson Fury did cheat. I'm not talking about this video. We talked about it last night in the live stream. You can hear my thoughts there. I talked about the Deontay Wilder unveiling evidence in a video earlier yesterday, so you can find that out. And then you can go to Lion Killer channel. I put the video in the community tab, so it's the last thing I posted. So if you want to hear exactly what Team Wilder had to say, it's there. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's funny how, you know, Eddie Hearn, you know, want people to do stuff for him that they ain't done for others. You know, they really offered Deontay Wilder to step aside and let AJ and Fury happen. Wilder was willing to step aside, but they couldn't meet his offer, and obviously Wilder didn't believe they was 100% serious. So, I mean, at the end of the day, Dillian Whyte don't deserve no title shot, bro. You know, and that's just simple as that. He's garbage, he's trash, he's a bum. You know, I mean, at the end of the day, I'm interested in him fighting Fury because of the build-up, and they seem to have some history, and they used to be chummy at some point, but, I mean, why didn't AJ step aside for Ruiz and Deontay Wilder to fight is the question. How many of your fighters stepping aside to make something happen? If you were smart, why didn't you tell Luke Campbell to step aside so Devin Haney could fight Lomachenko for the vacant belt? Come on. This is the same dude that's talking all this shit. He the same dude that advised Kell Brook to fight Golovkin instead of coming up the money for him to fight Jesse Vargas. And you can become a unified champion. Like I said before, man, it's a lot of guys in boxing that's in boxing that don't know boxing. It's a lot of guys in boxing that know boxing but don't know how to run a boxing company. So we got Floyd, him and Leonard Elby don't know shit about running a company. We got Al Heyman, he don't know shit about boxing, but he know how to run a company. Eddie Hearn, his slave master daddy, they don't know shit about boxing, but they know how to run the company to a certain extent. Bob Arum is the guy that probably put it all together the best. But then again, Bob Arum is he's a greedy motherfucker. He want all the money. I mean, shit, you should be seeing Jehovah, whatever you want to call him, God, your creator, pretty man, you getting old. Your son died. All you got is your stepson. He running the business. You know, I don't understand. You know how much bacon, how much chips, how many blue faces Bob Arum need to stack up. But you know, Deontay Wilder already said if he ain't stepping aside. Let's put this here. If he ain't stepping aside to allow Fury and AJ to happen, why the fuck would he step aside for Dillian Whyte? A guy he should have fought years ago. He should have fought Dillian Whyte when he fought Ortiz, at least for the rematch. Why not? It's an easy fight. You go to the UK or bring him over here, stretch him out, and it's over. You know, I don't have no sympathy for Dillian Whyte. He cheated multiple times, bro. What do people don't get that? They won't focus on Miller, they won't focus on Canelo, and a whole bunch of other dudes that failed drug tests in boxing. But people feel sorry for a drug cheat. Especially if you're American, you should be ashamed to feel bad for Dillian Whyte. If you're an American Dillian Whyte fan, boxing fan, to me, you should be ashamed, bro. You should be ashamed. Your mama should have swallowed you. But it is what it is. You know, if I'm Wilder, I ain't stepping aside at all. You know, but you know, why would Wilder step aside for Dillian Whyte? You know, you couldn't even come up with enough money for him to step aside for AJ and Fury. And Eddie said, "Well, I haven't heard much from him." Dude, when somebody quiet, that mean they working. You know, so Deontay being quiet, he getting healthy, he working. Obviously, he twerking, but we'll see. But this is why in boxing, usually when you catch your chickens before they hatch, it go the other way. So if Deontay Wilder can come back and beat Fury and ice Dillian Whyte, what can a hater say? You know, and we know AJ won't get in the ring with him, but if he can do them two things, I think it's one of the greatest comeback stories outside of Muhammad Ali in boxing history. Would I bet that he'll do it? The odds good enough. I'll take a chance. You know, but hey, we'll see, man. But Dillian Whyte, come on, you about to fight Povetkin? I mean, I pray to God Povetkin can beat Dillian Whyte, bro. Povetkin can beat Dillian Whyte. I'll wear Alexander Povetkin shirt if he got him. If Povetkin, you beat Dillian Whyte, I will put on a Povetkin shirt on one of my videos or one of the live streams, and I'll come on live. You send this to Povetkin. You beat Dillian Whyte, I'll come. You know, I want to see your Povetkin shirt. As long as they don't say no racist shit, I'll wear a Povetkin shirt on live. You know, and I'll be like, Povetkin is the greatest monkey boy. Excuse me. Povetkin is the greatest fighter of all time. You know, then Sergey Kovalev. You know, Adonis Stevenson, monkey boy, never wanted to fight me. He never wanted to fight me. You know, but I used to respect Povetkin as a fighter. You know, he's made Vladimir Putin so proud. You know, he knocked Dillian Whyte's performance enhancing drug ass in the dirt. But let's move on. Eddie Hearn also talked about I forgot to mention this. The DAZN being it on pay-per-view. He said only how they can afford a massive fight with Fury and AJ is if they do the DAZN pay-per-view. But once again, Eddie Hearn is grade A hypocrite. Eddie Hearn was kicking Al Heyman or talking bad about Al Heyman for doing pay-per-view. You know what I'm saying? He said, "Oh man, pay-per-view is the thing of the old. Come to the DAZN." All of a sudden, the DAZN in financial debt, so you'll never know. That's why you never try to speak on another man's business, or you never rule out something. But you know, he's saying that we may have to do the DAZN pay-per-view at some point. And my whole thing about that is your whole model was $100 fee for the year, $20 a month subscription fee was $10. Now all of a sudden y'all talking about doing pay-per-view. Like at the end of the day, then that defeats the purpose of buying the app. If I gotta pay $20 a month for the app and then pay an additional $50, $60, $75 for a fight, he do understand that nobody in America gives a fuck about AJ and Tyson Fury. So you might as well just get that for free. Nobody gonna tune in on that app to watch that shit. Only hardcore fans gonna tune in for that, and hardcore make up a small percentage of boxing fans in America. So, and Ryan Garcia's talking about doing pay-per-view on the DAZN. The DAZN is in no position to do pay-per-view right now. If anything, the DAZN is in position to do discounts to try to get some of them subs back they lost. But I have yet to purchase the DAZN. I thought about purchasing the DAZN. And I just thought to myself, I can stream this shit and get the same quality that I'm getting on the DAZN, or close to the same quality. So any fight they got that interests me, I stream it straight up and down. How many fights they got that actually interest me? I mean, I watched a few fights on there, but they cards are like UK like. And if you ever waited for a UK fight You got to watch all these janitors and kickboxers and dope dealers and fitness workout gurus and garbage truck guys fight before you get to the main event. They legitimately have like 100 fights on before you get to the main card. And then the undercards be terrible. So nine times out of 10, I peek in on a DAZN card. I will peek in on it, and I just lose interest because the undercard is so terrible, bro. It's the same thing with the UK. In the UK, you watch it, you just go to sleep, you wake up, the main event here, or you done missed the main event. So that's just my whole thing, the way, my position on that. So, they do the DAZN pay-per-view. I know it'll be some of you idiots that'll buy it, but I ain't, at the end of the day, I was hoping when HBO got out of boxing, it'd just be Top Rank and PBC, and they had to find a way to work together. And then the DAZN popped up and filled the void, which was one of the worst things in boxing. And I just think it complicated more things. But, had it been the PBC and Top Rank, I think the money would have came down a long time ago. But now the DAZN basically then wasted their money and poured it into, boxing, and it's a waste. It was a stupid idea. They should have bought a TV channel or some slot. But it was a stupid idea. But it's a lot of issues going on with TV channels too. Dish Network and Comcast, stopped working with certain channels, so that might not have been the best idea for them. But before that, Oscar De La Hoya, all his fight cards was on Facebook Watch, and De La Hoya would have to pick a side, which obviously he would have had to go sit on Bob Arum's lap, because he wasn't going back to Al Heyman, especially if they tried to buy his company for $100 million. So I didn't see that pretty much happening. But hey, it is what it is. Personally, I ain't like the idea. Maybe it worked, but I don't see the DAZN lasting too much longer, man. Especially with a lot of fighters taking the stance that they don't want to take the reduction in money due to the coronavirus and the pandemic. Especially, it look like it's a second wave that's coming right near us, man. But that is what it is, man. But let me know what you guys think about possibly the DAZN doing the pay-per-view. Now, Eddie Hearn, to end it off, he spoke on Top Rank's terrible ratings. He said that it's bad for boxing. All I'm saying is this, man. Where's the DAZN ratings? You know what I'm saying? Where? The DAZN probably don't do them ratings, when before the pandemic. You know what I'm saying? In a month on any of their shows. He talking shit like his shows shooting through the roof. They not. Like, all right, let's talk about your shows since the pandemic, since they started back boxing. What's Eddie Hearn rating on the DAZN? 0. His first fight ain't to what? August 20th or some shit. They pushed back Povetkin and Dillian Whyte due to the Premier League Championship, whatever. Come on. And the Oscar De La Hoya first fight is with Ridge Ortiz and Samuel Vargas. Who the fuck want to watch that fight? It proves nothing. Vargas just got knocked out by Amir Khan. Couldn't get Averigian, couldn't get Ray Robinson. You know what I'm saying? I don't have any interest in seeing Virgil Ortiz fight that type of opponent. Don't really care. It's not a test. So when he get tested, let me know. I like the kid, but when he get tested, let me know. And I ain't talking COVID, but looking at the whole situation, you can criticize all you want to. Top Rank came back early to set the groundwork and set the structure on how boxing will be able to come back. Bob Arum said the fighter simply just wasn't ready, so he had to take what he can get. Guys hadn't sparred, guys hadn't been able to be in shape. So at the end of the day, Bob Arum gave us something to watch. What is Eddie giving you to watch? Nothing. He's setting up his Candyland slave master house for his fighters to fight in his backyard. Come on, bro. If I see Devin Haney fighting in Eddie Hearn backyard, please, he's canceled. He already with a slave trader, slave master Berry. If Devin Haney fighting in Eddie Hearn backyard, I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to hear nothing about him no more. He canceled in my book, bro. If he fighting that backyard, yes sir, Master Eddie, I was ready to fight. Yeah, I got the master bedroom. The rest of the fighters are staying in the slave chamber. You feel me? So, but yeah, where your ratings at? It's easy to criticize and preach, but where your fights at? You ain't coming back until fucking August. You know what I'm saying? So, Bob Arum, he trying to make something jump. He trying to do something makeshift. So, I can't really knock him for it, bro. But let me know what you guys think, man. But Eddie Hearn talking a lot, but I don't see none of his fights coming up. None. Where Eddie Hearn fighting at? Where's one of his fighters fighting at? All the way in August. If it was up to Eddie Hearn, you'd have to wait all the way in August for a fight. So, in the DAZN, he had $1 billion credit line with the DAZN, and what did he do with it? He got Demetrius Andrade, Billy Joe Saunders, 1,000 sorry-ass fighters from the UK fighting his American fighters and getting their ass handed to him. And what he got? Jesse Vargas, Mikey Garcia for a fight. Sound like he going back to PBC, possibly to fight Pacquiao or your Dennis Ugas. But hey, let me know what you guys think. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out if you got business, question, inquiry, sponsorship, video requests. Keep sharing the videos. Want to make a donation to the channel? Cash App, PayPal in the description. Check our boxing room and boxing news playlist for more videos like this. And let me know what you guys think about, everything we talked about. From Wilder stepping aside for Dillian Whyte, to DAZN maybe introducing pay-per-view, to Eddie Hearn shitting on TV ratings from ESPN Top Rank, but ain't got no TV ratings of his own. One time for the one time we're gone.